What's going on? Rich DeMuro here, Rich on Tech, taking a look at the brand new Wyze Cam version 3. Now, I first covered this camera, I think it was back in 2017, and nobody could believe that a security camera could be just $20. And here we are a couple years later, they've sold many of these devices, and now we've got the third version. And if you notice, the big new feature is that this is indoor and outdoor. So it has a lot of the same features as before, but also some new ones. And I did not bring my cutter with me, so I'm going to have to open this up the manual way. All right, so opening up the box, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this little device. You've got the quick start guide, you've got the camera here, and let's just take a look at this for starters. So the camera kind of gets a little modern upgrade. It's a little less boxy than before. It's got this nice big screen here. Wow, the nice big lens there. And the top, and it almost feels a little, probably the same material, maybe a little rubberier than before. But you've got the sides, you've got the back with the power cord that is connected permanently, so you cannot pull that out. You've got the bottom, and let's see, you still have this little kind of telescoping, moving side to side stand. And this on the back here looks to be a, let's see here, so it's weatherproof, so this is why this is kind of shielded that way, but it's still a micro USB, which is not ideal these days since a lot of things use USB-C, but that's fine. And then you've got your extension cable, so this would plug into here, and then this would plug into your power. So you've got that, and it's weather resistant there. And then finally, you have your power cord. And I'll explain some of this in a moment. So there's your power cord, or well, there's your power cord. There it is, or power plug, I should say, and that plugs into that. Okay, so let's talk about some of these new features on here. So number one, this has what's called a starlight sensor. So it's got color night vision. So night vision you can always turn on, or if you leave that off, this camera just takes in a lot more light, so you'll be able to see a much clearer image during nighttime scenarios. So to use color night vision, you actually have to turn off night vision. So color night vision is basically just seeing more light at night. This also has a dual infrared system, so that's kind of neat, and that's of course going to give you better image quality, video quality at night once again. But the other thing that's kind of neat is that you don't have those red glowing LEDs anymore, which is really neat because if you're going to use this as a baby monitor, the baby won't be distracted by those glowing red lights. I remember that was an issue when we had that. Now this is indoor outdoor, like I said, so it's an IP65, so not the highest, but it should be just fine as long as you're not dunking this thing in water. It should be fine in most locations at IP65, so that is again indoor and outdoor. Now this also has some more ways to mount. So instead of just the old way, which was a magnet, so now you've got a couple different ways to mount. You've got magnetic, and then you've got tripod, and you've got a screw. So you can take this out, put this on a little tripod, and you can put the screw here. And magnetic, I'm guessing, let's see, what's magnetic here? There we go. There's the magnet right there. So you can mount that up and then stick this onto your wall, and it will stick that way. Or you can just mount this, put a screw in there, and then boom, this just mounts there. So you've got lots of different options for mounting. I also missed two little things down here. Can you see that? You got your setup button now down here, and also space for an on-camera SD card. So what a lot of people like about this camera is that once you pay the $20, there's really no fees unless you want there to be. So it'll do rolling cloud storage of 14 days, and you get little clips with that. I believe the clips are about 12 seconds long. So you get that unlimited. So let's explain how that works. So you've got the 12-second clips. Let's say it takes a bunch of those. After it does, the 14 days, it's going to delete the earliest clip and start with the new ones. Or you can put up to a 32 gigabyte memory card right in there, and that will record on board. All right, so what else? Resolution stays the same at 1080p. I just mentioned the micro SD card slot. It's the same thing, up to 32 gigs. It will not take anything larger than that, but that allows for the 24/7 continuous recording, also time lapse. Let's see. Now, the other thing about the rolling cloud storage you need to know is that they do something called a cooldown. So it records 12 seconds and then this thing kind of shuts off, or it cools down for 5 minutes. So in the other camera I tested, there was a little option to make that shorter. I'm not sure if you can do that. I haven't set this up with the app just yet, but I'll have to test that out. It also has more frames per second, so the video is going to look a little smoother this time around. 20 frames for daytime video, 15 days for nighttime. So if you're looking for more clarity, hopefully that will do it. I don't know. Anyway, it's a 1.6 aperture compared to a 2.6 on the old camera. So you're definitely going to let in more light on this camera and see things in more detail. Now, the one downside, it still only operates on that 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi spectrum. So if you want to use that 5 gigahertz band, this camera does not accommodate that. So a lot of the first-time folks figured that out, and I don't know why that's such a big deal, but a lot of people just find that to be annoying. So you're not getting the 5 gigahertz on this one. This also has a mini Siren built in now, so you get an 80 decibel mini Siren, and that's probably back here. And you also have simultaneous two-way talk. So the old one was kind of like a walkie-talkie. You had to press, say something, it would come out through here, and then the other person, would say something, and it'd come out the other end on your phone. Now this is just two-way, so you can have more fluid conversations. All things that I will have to test out with this device. But there you have it, a look at the new Wyze Cam indoor, outdoor, and there's a little example of the classic night vision versus the color night vision. But again, all the features: 1080p, IP65, two-way audio, 24/7 recording, free cloud storage, motion and sound detection, person detection, full-length motion recording, and color night vision. Version 3 of the Wyze Cam. This will be available. Pre-orders they're doing right now, shipping in mid-November. So mid-November 2020, there you have it. Wyze Cam indoor outdoor, still a fantastic deal at just $20 for a full-featured security camera, and that's why so many people buy these things, especially over the holiday season. All right, thanks so much for watching. Leave your comments down below as I put this thing through the paces. Rich DeMuro, richontech.tv. Take care.